this is Divine Sunshine coming to you with a pick a card Divine Feminine Energy read. And as far as what things you need to do with these energies that are currently happening whenever you watch this video. So this is a timeless read. So this is like an oracle video. Whenever you feel like you want to come back and see like what is it, something new or new energies that you're on or in, you can go back and look at this. So this is timeless. No matter when you do, this is energies for the divine feminine. So this could be a divine masculine, want to know what's going on and seeing insight into the divine feminine as far as where she is. Or you could be a divine feminine coming in to check in to see where your things are. So I have four piles here. You have it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 piles here. So you pick right now which one intuitively your guides or your higher self or the powers that be said that is the one that is for you. Or you could maybe somebody, you might get two things. Maybe some might say it's 2 and 3. So you can listen to both of them and see which one as far as what is instinctively is for you. Also, I am having a special running for you all, although this is divine feminine thing, but I call it the DM411 special, which is getting information about your divine masculine energy. Is also in there saying how can you help your divine masculine energy as well. So although this is divine feminine, that is $22. Go to divineUnisouls.co to book a reading with me now. Again, it's $22 for 30 minutes. And it comes with, you get insights into your divine masculine as well, so as also getting insight as to what things and steps you can do as far as helping your divine masculine. The divine masculines came to me this morning and said, we really want to help out the divine feminines. We are not the bad guy. They keep on looking at us as if we're the enemy, but we're really here to help and support them. And so I want to make sure, because you understand now, my focus now on this channel is I'm a spiritual coach, life coach, educator, and divine masculine advocate. So those things that can help you to kind of understand where they're coming from a little bit better, less viewing them as the enemy, that would be a great thing for you to take advantage of. All right, on to this pile number 1. This is at 242. Let me write that down so I know when I started. Pile 1, 242. Okay. All right. Let me lay that just right there. Pile number 1. Let's start off. What's your divine feminine energies? Yours is Thecla, the prophetess of true power. I'll call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. So this person is kind of going through divine feminine. You going back to the past to kind of retrieve. It's almost like soul retrieval. Just like every place where I have lost myself or lost my heart, you're going back to retrieve those things so you can come back and get courage and to get your ego in check, okay? Or get power over the ego, because I remember the story about this feminine goddess here, or feminine power here, is that they throwed her into this lioness den and they thought that it was going to eat her alive, but it didn't. It end up bowing down at her feet, I think, or licking her feet. So my thing is getting control over that courage or getting control over that ego. What things that are in your shadow here, naked before the stars. So really understanding how to really deal with some things in the past. Now, I can say in some ways this person had a little issue with their sexuality, which means you might have been a little promiscuous back in the day. It was just like, hey, I'm just out here, like 60s flower power, you know, I'm just experimenting, just being free of my body, doing these things. And so now understanding that, you know, the way of how you even, or this person is body conscious too, looking at the way of how what you did with your body, how your body conscious now plays a part of as far as like almost, they say, body shaming, or you being ashamed about how you were back in the past. That's why you're going back and saying, I want to retrieve every part of where I left my heart, or where things had been broken, you know, things, my power had been taken away. I'm gathering all those things to bring them back. underneath the stars, which means out of darkness, and when using the light, the stars is like hope, spirituality, those things. Okay. Also, with the divine feminine here, what things do you need to change? Right now is realizations and epiphanies. So these realizations and these epiphanies that you're getting, which I call like through soul retrieval, like I had the other day, the aha moment, like, oh my God, that's right. You know, that my high school sweetheart really was the karmic, or I was even the karmic towards him. And, you know, that aha moment made me wake up to say, you know, there's a little part of me still saying I wanted to be with him, because I thought that still maybe it may or may not have been the DM that I'm with, that maybe it might be some chances, just a small slither. I know you say, but you talk about your DM all the time, that he might still be the one. But after I had that aha moment, it cut that. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to cut the cord. That's it. I'm ready to move on. So this is something against in your realization. Now, something tells me with your realization, your epiphanies might come to you through communication. Maybe something you said, like I did. The epiphany came to me by me looking up the word dojo, which helped me to have that epiphany moment and say, oh my God, through my words. And when you're looking up things, I was communicating that, and it hit me back, the words that I used, and say, oh my God, aha moment, he's the karmic. My DM is truly my DM. Okay? Those things, which is going to set off some things to become more intensified in your heart chakra as well, and also in the yellow here is representative, so that means in your solar plexus too, for you to be able to stand in your power. Okay, some things that need to be changed in here is it says surrender your belief in scarcity. So you got some lack going here. The universe is asking you to be open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So once you have these realizations, you get over what happened in the past. I feel like, again, you're going back to kind of gain your power back again. You know, to stop thinking that because of these incidents that happened to you, that it's a thought of lack, that it cannot, gotcha. Thought of lack, that it cannot happen, but it can, okay? And so you got to kind of really gather all these things. So by you gathering these things, in some ways, it kind of triggers you to start to be open to your abundance, okay? Because this thing has been like a block for you. Also, you got God of unity. This is your divinity that you're working in. Again, becoming Christ-like, becoming back again, working with forgiveness of yourself about what you had actually had done, becoming able to do that, shining light on yourself about things that you like, the shadows of the bad things that had happened within yourself, that you're saying about this heart, or you not acting right, or your body consciousness, or things that you had did in the past. You know, like forget those. They, like you say, forgive them, Father, for what they do. Because if you would have known better, you would have did better, okay? So you've got to work on the act of doing that as well. And this is a tool will help you to become a way short, just like Jesus. You become that, then you'll be able to shine a light on yourself, and then shine a light on others, so that maybe could help them to be transformed. You be transformed as well, okay? Also, your pop-up card in which to help you to understand how to shine for you is inside us. There is everything. We just have to look for it. Monica Bellucci, which to me it seems like after a while, because of whatever these things that you had stopped yourself, like under the stars card, saying about you being body conscious, how you think about yourself. Maybe you, like I said, might have been promiscuous. This is for a few, not all divine feminines. You've forgotten how much value that's reserved in you. So that is a issue. So this is what they're saying. We just have to look back towards within yourself, just like Jesus did. Everything is, he had the power within. He looked towards himself. He didn't look to anything outside himself except but just the universe or his God. That's it. Okay. All right. That is it of Pile 1, Feminine 1. What could I call you? Gaining myself back. Okay. All right. Or could say soul retrieval, because this is what I'm feeling like it. sometimes I don't like to name things, because if we name them, then you kind of like went straight to it. But this is that, so that's really named Soul Retrieval. All right, let's go on to pile number 2, which is starting at 10:04. Okay, so pile number 2 is consists of a feminine that has 3 energies. So the first thing is Lalita, the red goddess. Oh, she's pretty. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to light. So again, this one is one that you understand how to get back to your sense of humor about things. Maybe you become a little too serious about what is going on, and understanding that your divinity is being a divine feminine is to remember to go back to being playful about your spirituality or your spiritual walk. Yashi Tosogia, I don't know, Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. So to be, again, this you divine feminine is to be, is like I can hear the song, 'cause I'm happy, 'cause I'm happy. So my thing is everything these cards so far, what I'm pulling here is understanding for you to return back to your happiness. This person is returning back to their body, to their power. Yours is returning back to your happiness. With you understanding the bliss and how it plays a part of you, and how you house that bliss to help you to be able to be enlightened by you going after things that make you happy, like going after your mission of those things. Mary Magdalene, apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Understanding how the spiritual work and the physical work that you're doing, how you bring that meat in the middle, and within that middle you're finding that bliss, how you can be able to balance the two things, okay, as well, and then be playful with how you're balancing these things, because I pick up from you, it's a little heavy for you. You got atonement, okay? Atonement, it means you trying to right things that have been wronged in the past, making things right, and feeling like you might have to sacrifice yourself in the process. And this is why your divine spirit, divine feminine powers is trying to remind you that, let's not take things so heavy, and that we become a martyr in the process of us trying to find enlightenment or our bliss, or to transform, okay? That's something that you have to work on. What things you need to change, life changes that need to occur, is your spiritual growth. Again, in your upper heart, like being passionate about it, in the love aspect of things. It's got a little bit of orange and yellow. So to be also, the passion can be found in your sacred, which is your creativity, or how you connect with others too, as well. And then you got also with here the sacred energy. So again, being creative as far as how you find your spiritual growth, how you create that creativity. Again, according to this, it says through humor, through laughter, being playful. So be playful about how you're going about this. You are stronger than you know, okay? Again, good upper heart chakra activities here. This is very strong. Your heart is strong right here, and how your sacral is. So I would say you have to clear anything with that. Is just keep on working with that energy and remembering that. So if you say, no, I'm a little weak in that, then go on ahead and cleanse those areas, the solar, the upper heart chakra, and the sacral, and those sacrals I would concentrate on. Volunteer. Sometimes when you work with others, you will find out in comparison that, hey, life ain't just as hard as you think you are. I always think about my mom saying there's always somebody out there bigger and badder than you. And it's always, with that, it's always somebody else is in the same position you, and they might be a little bit more worse off than you. So my thing is, in comparison, by you understanding and working with others, it helps you to maybe get better perspective as to where you actually are. Okay, and that it's not really for you to take things so seriously. It's like, oh my God, I'm looking at this person. Look how they taking these things to stride. But look at me and how I'm doing it, and I'm taking this so seriously. I need to lighten up. Let me just sometimes laugh at myself you know, about some things. So to me, I think it may be working with other people, volunteering, getting outside of yourself, helping others. You might be able to find that bliss and your happiness, okay? It says also you need to surrender with you to sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. What lets me know is to be, like I said, you this divine feminine, you take things so seriously. You take things so heavily that, you know, you're not really finding a lightness about it. And the universe and the powers that be want you to get back to understanding to be able to be light with it. With you, it has his shadow aspect. So we got to deal with that. Some things that need to be kind of locked up, put away, kind of dealt with, shine the light and say, okay, now you can't play for another day. Other things you got within you, you need to bring out that playfulness. So to me, when I look at this shadow, you got to find this nice, happy balance. Like, what things do I need to say, no, you can't play no more. The heaviness, you done played enough on the playground. Now it's time for you to go back into the school or back into the house and now let the side of me that's really, that deserves to be out, you know, like when you're small and say, you go out, you offer punishment that needs to be out there playing. We allow that to actually do it. So you need to work on some of the shadow work, okay? Let's look and see what's your shine card. Pop-up card is, for you, divine feminine, it is believe in yourself and in everything you can be. James Gardner, right? And once you start believing in yourself and knowing what everything you can be, you're going to start looking at things. Outlook on life is going to be lighter. The way you look at yourself is going to be lighter. And you're going to see that the universe is going to help to bring to you a lot of things for you to be laugh at, okay? Because like how this goddess is. She is so pretty. And she's got a bow and arrow here. So that means she's able to really aim. Actually, what it is, I'm picking up to the spirit of it saying, like, she might be in the Indian culture, like the equivalent to the Greek goddess Diana. So really hitting the target to hit that transformation that you actually need to do. Okay? All right. Thank you. I hope that is helpful. That's it for that Divine Feminine 2. We're moving on to Divine Feminine number 3. At 7:15, okay? I'd say that one is called Find Your Happy. Okay, or Lighten Up. Okay. Okay. All right. Number 3. Okay. So yours is, your divine feminine powers that you're with is Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am authentic self in all circumstances. So you need to find your truth. Like looking at the past, seeing how in the past you had been playing a part and following the script that you had put out there for yourself, and then really finding out now that, you know what, that no longer serves me. I'm into my divinity. I've got this enlightenment around my crown chakra, and it's time for me to actually get to doing some type of movement. It's all of them like this. Some with me says you, I see the crown here. Out of all of them, I definitely would work with your clearing up your crown chakra for you. The next one is Marguerite Porete, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. So once you find your authenticity, you divine feminine, you'll move into expressing divine love regardless. It's unconditional. I'm standing in my truth. I'm loving myself. I'm loving other people. People are even loving me because they understand, you know what? People have a high respect and regards for people who really are just truthful. They like them. It's like, yeah, I like her. She just keep it real. I don't know why, but you know, hey, ain't gonna be no phoniness around her. She gonna tell me really where she stand, and they feel comfortable in it because they understand that, you know what, at all times you are going to present the truth to them. Also, you have Black Madonna, Our Lady of Hermits. It says, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. So you are really working with, it seems like I see a child here. So that means you, divine feminine, have to work with some inner childhood wounds that's going to help you to work with that suffering, that pain, so you can open yourself up to have a greater capacity to love, okay? Next one. What shadows are you dealing with? Okay, thank you. the shadows that you're dealing with is colorless angels. So right now, you're not really at the point that you need to be, because you do have to work with, again, understand you being your authentic self, which means colorless. It's like you've forgotten who you are. You just kind of just going through the motions. You're not using all your powers. You are, you are divine. You're not in touch with doing that, because again, whatever these childhood wounds is kind of holding you back. And then also you being able to accept love. You don't know how to feel love. You got to work with this. So you got this thing of worth and rejection. If you go into my thing, as far as my Divine Unisouls 11.co, I have a meditation on feeling of self-worth and rejection. Those things, and heart to heart, will be helpful too. Those things also will be helpful. I will also go and look at my playlist, look and see, as far as for healing the inner child, look and see which one pops off things, say, oh, this seems interesting. Let the higher self guide you as far as where you actually need to go, so it can help you to know what is the inner childhood wound that you need to actually work with. After you do that, then I would suggest you to also get one of my workbooks from Divine Unisouls 11.co and kind of work with that, because it also has activities in there that can help you. So is this one, you're not really being yourself. You're just going through the motions, and that's very, at this point, it's concerning and it's alarming too, okay? Your next thing is some things that you need to create some life changes is hobbies. Hobbies to me is like, what things are you interested in, you like doing? Okay, this also is going to probably bring out your creativity and your capacity for love, and being able to help yourself to manifest the things. This is what I'm bringing out too. So this is your interest. What are you actually interested in? And then that's going to be help you to bring out your truth, as far as you just going it through the motions. Like, really, what do you want to actually happen? This is going to help you stand in your power. This will help you also with your third eye. So if I was you, maybe I'd do some third eye meditations too, in order for you to be able to open up, because that might be blocked. For you to do that, you got the solar plexus here, which is help you to stand in your power. That's not going to hurt for you to do exercises with that as well. For them to say for your hobbies too, I would picture that you probably need, for we talk about creativity, it will be your sacral too, because sacral houses the creativity and the manifestation. And that's funny. Bam, I didn't even see this. And that color is represented in this one. Body changes. Okay, so now you really become embodied as far as in your different types of body. It could be your emotion body, your physical body, your pain body, your spiritual body, all those ethereal body, all these. So when I stopped there and said pain body, Spirit brought to me that that's pretty where you need to kind of create these changes at, in your pain body, and getting that fixed. And getting that healed or whatever at this point, and transforming it. So because you see with this butterfly, it's just coming out the chrysalis and it's there. So it's going to take some time. You're not quite ready to kind of take off, but you can see that or you could have just came out of some transformation too as well. And your wings are kind of ready to, almost is ready to take off, because it's like, this is here, you're out. It don't look like these are wet wings. So whatever you have at this point, you have kind of worked, you're working on getting out of that struggle or being someplace in the old way of thinking that you're not in anymore. And so now you are transforming into something different. Okay, and you also need to, okay, here we go, take the next step now. So you really, and like I said, you at that point, it's time for you to go level up and ascend to the next level. Okay, these are the things that's going to create changes for you too. So in your solar plexus, get into that. And then again, like I said, the third eye is represented here as well. So you got to work on it. Third eye is going to help you to see what's your next step and once you get there to be able to stand in your power as far as the solar plex. What you need to surrender to is the divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So at this time, what you need to do is to what I'm trying to say, be patient you know, and like I like what Pisces 222, Divine Pisces 222 says, the between you waiting and you know, you waiting, you being patient, but you're not patient like you just like I'm not doing anything, but your patience meaning that you know you're letting things go, you let things naturally occur and happen in your life, and then you know when it does pop up, that's great, but you're not sitting there forcing it to make it happen. Okay. All right. Next thing you need to do that. It's funny. I'm like, I don't need these cards. I've just got the cards down. I ain't even looking at it. Again, you got to surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships to more effective achieve your goals. Back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So you really trying to control some things here, and you don't need to. That's why I say about your authentic self. Be your authentic self, you know, and in being your authentic self, sometimes you got to let things go with the flow and just kind of really control what you can, which is yourself. Okay. You also got to surrender setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships, practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. That will go back to your self-worth. So some kind of way, maybe, you know, abandonment, rejection, judgment, or guilt could play a part as to why you're set in this, not putting up healthy boundaries. So you do set limits, but then it's got to be healthy limits. You're not just controlling people just to control people. Okay. Next thing is in your divinity, you need to practice goddess of wisdom. This is being smart. I think also with discernment, you're looking back at the past, seeing what things, the script you're running off of, seeing are you still running off that script, making sure that you're becoming wise so you can be able to ascend. Your next step is picking your weapons. Some of these weapons you might pick, it seems like they might be natural weapons, things that you do made out of nature, or they might be old. However, it's like some things is tried and true. Some things don't need to change because it actually helps you even propel you into what's happening in the now. Okay. And you need to shield yourself, shield your emotions, because this is a woman on here. So you need to shield your emotions as well while you're doing the wisdom part there. You also in your divinity need to also watch, take time for self, you know, concentrating on yourself. Even at work, while you're doing this work on yourself, you need to make sure you take Starbucks breaks, as I call it with the kids. Times to kind of just take time, relax, sit with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and just kind of sit back and kind of bask in the afterglow of what things you have worked on as far as doing the work, and you know, just rest in it and just give yourself some as a reward of saying you what things you have accomplished, as far as she's sitting by the window, by seeing the window to your soul. Okay. And being able to put something on the table. Karma. So karma again would be dojo. You know, like what places are you constantly, are you in? Again, there is a place in which helps you to show the way. Okay, so what things, making sure a place to learn the way. So what things are you in as far as situations like the dojo, which you are, is a place to learn the way, that you need to help you to be able to find love, to get back with that love, and you lost that love and feeling. Whoa, whoa, love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling, now it's gone, gone. Boom, doom, 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 doom. So you want to get that back, okay? Because right now, the way you thinking and your emotions is overriding, and it's making your thinking kind of scared to say, oh, Lord, this emotion is really overriding what's going on with me when it comes to love. But this is actually what I want, okay? So think about, again, what places are you in or situations are you in currently as far as dojo that you're learning the way of the truth about yourself, because you say you got to be authentic. Okay. All right there. And your pop-up card is dare to be yourself. This is right on the money. Dare to be yourself. Andre Guild. Okay. That's what you need to do. Okay. Next one. Pile number 4. Be yourself. Pile number, okay. That's 17. Okay. Be authentic. Okay, next one. This is 2944. Okay. Okay, this is yours. So your energy here, this is the last divine feminine represented here in this pile, which is bright. The goddess of the eternal flame. I am eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Okay, so you're really getting enlightenment right now, divine feminine here, and you're learning a way of which to keep that enlightenment going. So enlightenment could be, you've been doing your work, you've been doing your studies, and understanding that this work that you're doing on yourself is perpetual. It's not something that you do today. You come into union with yourself, you put it over on the shelf, or you come into union with your divine masculine and you put it on the shelf and you just say, forget it. This is something that is perpetually going on, just like a flame, and just like you got a fire out there, and that you got to keep on feeding it with more wood and other materials. So you understand, this is what you're coming to understand. Was the Zhao Zhangxing, the mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. So in order for you to get this enlightenment, is saying for you, you need to kind of just stay in peace. Get that mental groundedness, like in yoga. If I was you, if you didn't do yoga, I would tell you need to do yoga. So it can help you to get that mental clarity too with the body. Because I always say you can meditate too, but then you got to also have some kind of body or physical 3D connection. The 5D is 3D. Like they say, so within, so without. It's got to be, so within is the spiritual, so without is the physical. You got to be able to bring both of those two together. It's got to be a balance. I've been saying that on here. Is this the only one? Okay. And this is a la. Okay, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. So watch what you're affirming through your mouth. To me, it's saying really understanding how you can set forth the intentions with what you're stating, what you're saying. Every word is a prayer. Every word is an affirmation. Every word is a manifestation. Every word brings forth to you, like say, death and life is in the power of the tongue. Understanding all these things come together as far as understanding, creating peace, clearing your mind, and helping this eternal flame to continuously keep on flowing. Okay, for you, you got a lot of shadows. Yeah, of course, for you to have peace, you got a lot of work that you got to do. Okay, in order for you to truly have this peace, and again, how this is showing up again is you got revenge. So to me, it would look like, what things are you thinking about? Are you really concentrating on brighter days with you? Because this is what your shadow is really saying, because this is some dark energy as far as where you want to move to, which is to be light. You got to watch also your peace and clear. Are you constantly keep on thinking about how I could get this revenge back on this person or this thing or this person, place, or thing? This is something that you got to clear because you want peace. Having revenge is not peace. And then also understanding that it's like a prayer. Are you out there spilling out death on people, like, you wishing the death wish on people because it's revenge? I know it ain't going to work. I'm going to curse it right now before it even gets started, things of that matter. So you got to watch that, of how you're doing that, how you sprouting out your roots. This is not really grounded in anything. This is grounded in air. Air in some cards means conflict. It's not in spirituality. This is conflict that you ground. It's not the earth, which is the mirror to the physical thing. You ground it into the air, which is causing more conflict as well. And it's like, it's really, I see you standing like on time, so you're still in time. You got your swords of truth, but you got two of them, and they pointing in every different direction, and it's not really pointing like you really standing and grounded in that knowing. You got a guilty regret. You're looking at things in the past too as well. Maybe you spoke something wrong in the past. Maybe you had sat there and you didn't have peace about what is going on either. And then also I'm looking at this again, understanding that each day maybe to you was like torture. It wasn't like really peaceful. So you got to work with this, is understanding guilty regret. Again, looking at things from the past, like you can't get over it. You're always feeling kind of guilty about some things. You got to overact the crown chakra, which is not able to get the information and the downloads into you like you're supposed to, because you're so busy being like that, like frozen, like you freezing everything and don't know really at some point, just like Elsa, you freezing up things that are really value and worth to you, but you had no control. It's like you manifesting things by default, but not by intentions. Um, and again, you cause it for things to kind of like freeze up as well. And so you got to kind of house this stuff so you can get things together. So you freezing off everything is like really cold all around you, and you wondering why. And really it's because you're the source of why all these things are happening, and no longer functioning or being able, they're frozen, like frozen assets and things of that nature. I don't know what I came to be, but it did. I heard it pop. So that's it, so we got to kind of work with that. So I would have some crown chakra as well too. Okay. And then you have calling the storm. So that's what I picked up from you. So calling the storm, some of you all like, I don't understand why these things is happening to me, but you're the one that called it, because through your actions, you got this revenge kind of attitude. I had to think about, we was talking about one of my friends anyway. I'm not going to name her, but we were saying in some ways why it seemed like all these situations keep on calling and coming to this person, because it seemed like in some ways they're drawing this stuff through their consciousness, the way they thinking, revenge. Well, we don't know to this day why this person is not really being employed on some things. And so my thing is like, we're like, well, what are you doing? What is this person doing? And so that causes for us to have like a question mark on something, like what are they doing, or is it somebody else doing this to them? But it's happening back to back to back to different various places that they going. So what is it that you're contributing to it? And so you're calling these storms. Now some of them, I think about Divine Pisces 222, and she's talking about some of them, they like, we want the answers, we can't come up with the answers, so what we're doing is calling forth the storm. It's like, come on with these towers, just wipe it out, get it out over with, so I could go ahead and through these towers have these aha moments and really get some understanding about what's going on, So really, in some ways, I feel like you, Divine Feminine, is causing for all these kind of breakdowns of this chaos to go around you. And the universe or your higher self maybe getting orchestrating this together with you, figuring, okay, maybe you'll come out it more stronger. You'll come out at what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Da 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 hunger. Da 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 da. I'm alone. Da 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 da. That's what came longer. Da 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 da. I'm alone. Will kill you, make you stronger, stronger, just me, myself, and I. So, okay, stop. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up with that. So it's the intentions of these storms to come is to make you strong. Although you're the one that's perpetuating and kicking this stuff off, but this is for you. Okay. The next thing is, again, what life changes is for you to start making decisions, like the right decisions to get you out of this kind of mold that you got here, so you truly can have enlightenment, so you really can have peace of mind, so you really can be understanding that your words is like a prayer. Some kind of way you causing these storms to come on because you using the words wrong. And again, like I said, you different life is power of the tongue, and you've been much cursing things, rather it's intentional or not, unintentional, involuntary or voluntary. You cursing things so they can't really grow and have any fruition. Okay. Next thing you have here is surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract a success. So something is, I think with this, I don't think it's really manifesting in the physical. I think it means like start doing the work, because I feel like whoever this feminine is, I'm talking to you and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And thank God we're not in the audience of a lot of people, because I know a lot of you probably, oh, that ain't me. But whether it's just me and you on here, and I'm the only one that can see you, you saying, you know what, you got me. That's me she talking to. So this is your card. This is where you are right now, okay? So stop procrastinating. Start on the work so you can be able to send and get out that mindset there. You got Mary Magdalene, second time she didn't came up, which is goddess of strength. Something you've got to sacrifice, something you got to prepare and to get ready to die. Because I think about Mary Magdalene going to the tomb, and she was getting ready to prepare to prepare Jesus's body for him and the burial things. She was getting the different I like eating fried chicken. Heck with spices and herbs and all that stuff. But he was to get all those things together to start to perform the ritual for preparing him so he could be not embalmed, but I don't know what it's called. They wrap him up and so he could be prepared for that for burial. Okay. That's the same thing. You got to get in the mode for you to start dying, letting things die. You got to get rooted in some things. Rooted, she's got the color red on. So I would do some crown and also some root chakra as well. Work and clearing that. Because you got to prepare in order for you to have this strength. What, like I said, that Sunday said, don't work and kill you, make you stronger. So killing, something's got to die. And in order for something to die, something's got to get killed. So, some got to get got. So in order for that to happen, you need to practice that, okay? Next, you also got to have the God of Awakening. After you do this here, you kill something is going to awake with you, which is the warrior or in your thinking. It's like you're gonna be like, rah, everything come to you that ain't online with the way you want to do it. You're going to be really like scaring it off. That's pretty much what the warriors were. Some of them in this thing is like scaring off the spirits that were not spiritual warriors. That's not really going in line with what they want in the physical plane. So they have sometimes they have these warriors, to be able to handle things in the physical plane, to scare it off, to go and battle with things of that nature. So this is what you're doing in your thinking. You're going to have a great awakening, and you're going to be very protective and making sure you don't slide back into that old way of thinking. Okay, you have a lot of pop-up cards, so let's look and see what you are, Divine Feminine. We have, as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Marianne Williamson. So, you work on these things, and I think you're going to have a really great story to tell, this Divine Feminine, in order to help in being the light worker, to be able to shine a light on yourself and others, how you made it through, because you got a lot of things, issues you working through. And that's probably the reason why you had chosen that in some ways, because that's going to help you to be able to get on your mission and purpose and helping out others as well. You also have all you need is deep within you, waiting to unfold and reveal itself. So look within yourself. This warrior's there. You got to let things die in order to be able to let do it. So in order to make things happen, you got to let go of something to gain something. Okay. You can't have both things at the same time. Okay. So this old way of thinking that you have, you got to let it go. Okay. Next thing we have, be strong, go with your heart, and believe in miracles, because anything can happen. Marlo Javidando, Javidando, yeah. Okay, that is one. And your last pop-up card is, there is in each of us so much goodness that if we could see it glow, it would light the world. So it really tells me with you, I'm getting a lot of light things with you. So really to me it's saying you need to, you're going to become really a light worker out of this. It's just really, you're really on the path of this. And through all this darkness and things you got to work on, you're really honing your skills to become a light worker. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's any. Oh, let's look and see. So what's the message overall for these, you Divine Feminines? That's right here, that I did this and the universe wants you to know. Clear. I haven't pulled this out in a while, but I think you need to have that. Did I do that? No, I didn't pull that out first. That's all right. Okay. They didn't want to do it, so it's for you all. I always trust the direction of the universe, and I know I'm being guided. And the sign of the dragonfly is symbolized as a totem spirit of the insect. Is like flightiness, because I used to see dragonflies all the time, and you being flighty. And for this to come on is to understand, to have direction, and to be purely laser beam onto what you actually need to do. And so that's why they got this symbol on here. And so if you do see a dragonfly, that's a reminder from the universe to telling you that you need to get back on track of what I just told you and become that thing. Because again, you are trusting the universe for your direction, and you know that the universe is guiding you. Okay, that is the end of this read. Again, this is a oracle video. Use this as many times as you want. And you know, at different times of your stage, you say, I want to check in to see where am I at now, so you can see where you can help out with yourself. Okay, and so next thing, also just remember again that on January 31st, I am having my yeah, let me reintroduce myself, or reintroduce my channel. It will be on at 8 p.m. Central Time. It will have Divine Masculine readings on there. Also followed up by either the understanding of where the dojo situation is with the Divine Masculine. So that means the karmic situation. And then also it will be followed up with questions from you. I do readings right there live for you for let's say $7. Yeah, I think $7. Oh, let's say 5. Yeah. Well, I got so many numbers in my head. $5 holler, right? $5 holler for you all. $5 just for you on the air right there. 3 cards or whatever I'm being instructed for me to do in order to find right on the spot what's happening with your DM. So, you know, it's going to be a nice time, or a great time, and it's going to be fun. Because anytime we get together, it's always a hoot. So until next time, so make sure you do that and go divineunisouls.co for some of you out and go get some of those things that I had talked about, or you getting. And also, I'm having a special as well. Again, if you want to take part of that to understand what's going on with your Divine Masculine and what things you can do in order to help him, go to divineunisouls.co and book for $22 for 30 minutes. All right, then. Till next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Love you.